Welcome to Vintage Gaming Memories. Shall we play a game?
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now if you frequent the channel, you might be aware that I switch videos from Atari related to vintage handheld games, to vintage televisions, radios, and even clocks, and even sometimes vintage bar lights. For this video, we're going to combine a little bit of vintage Atari with a vintage handheld game. Both are considered to be very rare, and you'll see why in just a second. So here we go. That's who I bought it from, John and Sasha. They have a bunch of items that are very rare and collectible on their eBay store. I'll put a link to it in the description. Check them out. You may find something of interest there yourself. So what you're looking at here is a brand new, unopened, vintage Atari backpack bag from American Tote Bag International, a division of Omicron Industries, Inc., Salt Lake City, Utah. Now, I suppose this is circa early 1980s, but I'm not sure exactly when. Now, I couldn't find any reference to it anywhere else on the internet for this particular one. I mean, yeah, it's sealed, but it's just taped. I can open it up. We'll take a look at it more closely. But it is considered new, unopened until now. So we'll take a look at that. So here it is. You can see a little bit of a blemish or a defect there on the Fuji. Inside you have a strap. You have a tag here, 100% nylon, made in China. American Tote Bag. So, not much more than that on here. The tag itself, you know, this bag is manufactured under license from Atari. Trademark of Atari Inc. I don't know how old this is. I've never seen this before. Couldn't find anything else online. Let's see what else there is. There's a zipper in front. Nothing in there. But it is definitely in new condition. Now the seller, who was an avid collector himself, noted on the listing that he's never seen one in all of his 50 years of collecting. So that was pretty impressive. But I don't think this was really used at all. This looks to be in very much new condition. So if anyone has an idea of the year or where this was sold, please comment down below. I'd love to hear about it. I really do appreciate your feedback and your comments on those videos I put out. A lot of times you help fill in the blanks or some of the voids I may not be aware of, so I do appreciate all feedback. But this is the Atari backpack bag from American Tote Bag International. I'd say circa early 1980s. In new condition. Now, this other item is a rare one. For this one, I was able to do some research, and this is the Hanimex Destroyer electronic game, just as it's labeled. Now, you might be thinking, what is Hanimex? Well, it was started back in 1947 when Jack Hannes started the company in Australia. It originally was involved with the import of photographic products such as cameras and film, and the name Hanimex is actually a combination of words from his last name, Hannes, and the use of the words import and export. So H-A-N for Hannes, and I-M for import, and E-X for export, and there you get Hanimex. Now fast forward to the 70s and early 80s, Hanimex started selling some clone systems such as the Hanimex 7771, which is a Pong clone. Also, the Hanimex HMG 2650 is a clone of the Emerson Arcadia 2001 gaming console. Now, the company was fully defunct in 2004 when Fujifilm Australia bought the company and retired the name. So this is another clone type game that they sold, but not much has been said about this on the internet. I haven't found a single video or much more than a simple sentence or two about the Hanimex Destroyer game. Now, it is the same game and name that Grandstand, Conic, and Spectrum put their names on it, simply called Destroyer. The comments from the seller was that this is an extremely rare game and that it's never been used. Now, looking at it, it's a box game, which should have everything in there. It's not sealed, so it could have been opened, which I think the pictures of the listing actually had it out of the box, but never been used, so I'm expecting this to look pristine, and we'll take a look at it in a second here. Let's look at the box a little bit. Ages 7 and up. And we've seen this game before, haven't we? Or I definitely have done a video on a game similar to this layout. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about in a second here, but battery's not included. Electronic game, Destroyer, electronic sound effect. Looks a little bit French to me. Made in Hong Kong. I don't see a year on it yet. And on the back side, it is in French. And it's moving around inside. So let's open this up and see what we've got. Okay. Well, here's everything that was inside the box. We have, it looks like, a user manual. And it looks like it's in French. Yes, it is. It's in French. Thankfully, I took 2 years of French in high school. Yeah, I don't think I could read this. But it looks pretty self-explanatory as far as what the objective is. The timer, it says up on there. And I think, yep, there's the buttons you would use and how to functions, left and right, advance, and of course the reset button. But we'll figure that out. And then this appears to be a warranty card. And I only say that because I see addresses in the back. And I think, yep, international limited warranty. So again, nothing on here states the date of when this might have came out. That's what I'm hoping to figure out, because nothing on the box nor on the manual or on the warranty card states a date. Let's look at the actual game itself. So this is supposed to be brand new, never used. The sticker on the front looks great. And as far as that plastic for the playfield, I don't see any scratches on it, so that looks perfect. The sides look good, and in the back we have the sticker and still no date. Well, let's check out the battery compartment. What is that in there? I think it's just a sticker of inspection. Yeah, something I28. Nothing here as well. It looks to be perfect condition. I'm happy with the way it looks. Now, maybe you can open this up and look at the board. Maybe the PCB has a stamp on there for the date, but I'm not going to do that. Maybe if any of you have an idea of as far as when this might have came out. I did check on the other clones or the other similar games that had just a different manufacturer name. The Grandstand, the Conic, the Spectrum, all of those, same thing. There's all 1908 question marks. So in the 80s. Not sure when. I would think early 80s based on the way this game looks, but I could be wrong. So if anyone knows, please comment down below. I greatly appreciate that. Usually what I would find is maybe an advertisement in a magazine, and you can go by the magazine date to say, well, it's around this time. But I looked through a lot of magazines as far as online viewing of them, and I didn't see anything with this in there. It's not like it's a Radio Shack item, which is pretty easy to figure out. I didn't find commercials for this, so I don't know. You've got four different manufacturers that put out the same exact game, just with their name on it, and still nothing. Definitely would love to know, but for now, I'm just going to call it circa 1980 something. Let's put some batteries in this thing and let's check it out. All right, I have the three AA batteries inserted, ready to go. I did look over the instructions one more time, and I think I understand it. It's a race against time. There's a timer, it says. And, well, we'll just see how it goes. I think I understand it. So let me dim the lights a little bit, get a closer view of the play area so you can see it, and let's try it out. All right, we have the game all ready to go. We have batteries in it. The lighting is set. So let's turn this on and see what happens. Well, that's a good sign. It looks like that the game is okay. I was about to say it looks like the game has begun, and that's not too shocking because I have a few games just like that where you turn the power on and you better be ready because the action begins. And it looks like that's what happened here. Few observations. Well, first of all, the audio works perfect. You can hear it, and that's the speaker coming through those grills right there. The visual, you can see it there. It looks like it's working as well. And the first thing that comes to mind when I see this is it reminds me of Coleco or Mattel football. Now, I know those are usually going horizontal, not vertical like this, but the concept of those red dashes coming towards you, that's what it reminds me of. What else? Oh, in the manual, I did read something about 99 on the timer, and that number on top, which is at 3, it counts up. So it looks like 99 would probably be the max, 99 seconds. So that's something to keep in mind. And I think that's about it. So let's start this again, and let me see if I can figure out how to maneuver or control my ship. So I'll press reset. And let's see. Okay, so I'm on the bottom there. I can only move that brighter red dash, and when I move upward, the whole set of dashes behind that one moves up with it. So it looks like I am the destroyer as I'm going at these dashes towards me, and that's like the convoy. I'm protecting those from these torpedoes. And I'm gathering that just by looking at the display here. You can see the sticker, which has like torpedoes going at the ship. And I guess I need to go up. All right, I cycle right away through it, so it looks like it doesn't end that easily. Well, one of the torpedoes got through and hit one of my ships behind me. 25, was it? Yep. So I get the hang of this. Let's try this again and see if I can put my football skills to this game and see if I can get through this quicker. That's 3 times I've gone through it. Wow, 4 times. 4th was the charm. And that is 9 seconds. Yep, 9 seconds. So that was pretty intense and pretty easy, though. It didn't get harder as I cleared each pass through. It seemed to be the same challenge, I guess. What else can I say? It does remind me of football because just trying to go through maneuver, you have really, what, 3 different lanes? And you can't go backwards. I don't know, let's try this again. And let's see what happens if I go to 99. I'm going to fast forward the video so you don't have to sit here and watch, me go through, what is that, 99 seconds? So 1 minute and 39 seconds. Now I'm going to sit right here to make it easier. It does have a timer of 99 seconds. That sure seems a lot longer than 99 seconds, but it does give you a limit. Now, I guess the whole objective of the game is to get 4 passes through as quickly as you can, and the lowest score is the winner if you play against a friend. Destroyers, I guess that is true to the name. You are the destroyer, the lead ship that's trying to do a escort of the convoy of ships behind you, which are 3 of them, and you're using your ship as the destroyer of the torpedoes aimed at those other ships. It's pretty basic, and it's amazing that there was 3 other manufacturers that slapped their name on this game, because it's not like it's such a great game that you want to put your name on it and get it out there. I don't know, it is different. Now, I did mention earlier in this video that this looks similar to another game I had, and I think I was kind of off because I looked at my collection I have in my game room area, and I'll show you what I mean here in a second. All right, we are in my corner area here in the basement where it's my shrine of handheld games, and you can see I have quite a bit. Now, I did say in the beginning of this video that this Destroyer game resembles one of these games I have already, and this is the Destroyer game I'm talking about. And the only 2 that I think it kind of resembles is just the play area, that part of it right there. It kind of reminded me of the Mattel auto race game. And then it also kind of reminded me of that Battlestar Galactica one. You can kind of see it like that. There you go. Now, the Battlestar Galactica and the auto race are very similar, the same kind of case. So it's really not the same as the Destroyer one. It's a lot larger. So I take it all back. I don't have anything that's exactly like this. It just kind of looked like it. Now, after playing the Destroyer game a little bit, it kind of reminded me of, well, take your pick, any one of these games here. The football, the Coleco. Where's the Coleco right there? I mean, it was just very similar to that type of gameplay where you're just moving the dots around and trying to getting away from your opponent. But actually, that game, the Destroyer game, you're trying to hit your opponent because those are torpedoes going at your convoy of other ships. Now I have to find a spot to put it in. But I just want to clarify, I don't have a similar game like this, but I am looking to get the Grandstand version of this just because, why not? It's kind of cool to see 2 games with the same name but different manufacturers, and can't figure out the year, so that's still going to bug me for a while. Well, this wraps up this video, and I have to say, it's probably the first video I've had where I don't know a date as far as when it was released or manufactured or made available to the public. Nonetheless, they're both very unique in its own way because other than knowing what year they came out, you really don't see these up for sale that often at all, if that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I do appreciate your time to watch this all the way through. And until next time, keep that gaming passion from the past alive by living it today. Take care, everyone.